Welcome to Fed Up Recovery. I'm Kim, and I'm here to talk to you today about tips on staying in eating disorder recovery during this time of self-isolation. I am someone that had an eating disorder for 8 years, and I now consider myself in recovery. For at least 2 years, I've been symptom-free. And today I'm going to talk to you about some things that have been coming up for me during this time of self-isolation and some things that I've been finding a little bit more stressful than usual and the ways that I've been doing to stay in my recovery, how I've been coping, and some tips that I want to share with you on how you can stay in recovery yourself. The first thing that I want to talk about is just self-isolation in general and how this can be an extra stressful time for people. It is an extra stressful time. Everybody in the world is really anxious, and it's a time that we don't get to go outside and do our usual jobs, usual social groups. And for me, as a really extroverted person, I find it very difficult not to have my normal social experiences and seeing friends, seeing just strangers, being out and about. And I'm just a bit more lonely than usual. Some things that I've been doing to cope with this is by joining social groups online, which has actually been cool because I'm someone that travels a lot. So I've been able to go to my groups that I was in Seattle, in North Carolina, because they've all gone online. So I get to reconnect with these people in this way that I usually wouldn't. I've been also scheduling at least once a day a long phone call or FaceTime with a friend or family member to try to keep in touch and just have something to look forward to as like a social event each night. And that's been really nice. If you have that opportunity, I recommend that you do these social things. I'm also going to be hosting an online support group on Fridays, and the link will be in the comments. Second thing is that as someone that used to struggle with bulimia and binging, I find it really stressful to have lots of food at home. Part of my recovery was kind of going out most days and like buying fresh food to be cooking that day or for the next few days and just keeping about a week of food on hand and foods that I find more triggering and more likely to binge on. I just won't keep at home at all and then might go out to eat these foods. So like if I wanted more of a dessert, ice cream, I could just go out for ice cream and not have to have the entire thing of ice cream at home. Obviously, most places in the world right now are just kind of shut down. You can't go to your favorite restaurants. Maybe you can do takeout or carry out, but for the most part, people are having to buy more food at once and keep it in their homes. If this is something that you also struggle with, I might recommend keeping some foods that are more triggering in your car, maybe keeping foods in different parts of your house, not having it all in the kitchen, buying less triggering foods if possible, not keeping your trigger foods at home, and just asking for more support. It's a hard time. It's hard to be doing this. It's something that we have to be doing. And yeah, just ask for support around this. Third point, I'm sure during this time of self-isolation that you are not on your regular schedule for one reason or another. If you are maybe laid off your job, you don't have your regular group of friends, you don't have your regular treatment team, you don't have your regular exercise routine, everything's probably thrown off. For me, my life is completely different with the quarantine. I am just totally self-isolated and really missing work. And I have found that putting structure back into my day has been super helpful. I wake up at the same time every day. I try to eat at the same times every day, go to bed at the same time every day, just to kind of feel like there's some consistency so I know I can rely on eating at the same time. And it just kind of feels like there's some structure to the day. If you need to set reminders, maybe to eat at certain times, have your snacks at certain times, that could be really helpful. Maybe scheduling in Skype meals with friends or family, or if you have a treatment team, a nutritionist, a therapist, then you can eat with them. Have some, social normalcy around that. Even though you might not be on your same schedule, same movement routine throughout the day, you're not, walking to work, whatever. Maybe you're just more at home, kind of going from place to place within your house. Really remember that you still need energy during the day. You should stick to your meal plan, eat frequently during the day. You still need energy. Your body needs energy, even just at rest. So remember that you need to keep eating. If you need more support around this, maybe contact someone that you can trust for more accountability to stick on your meal plan. And it's not a time to, change your body or really obsess about food. Just stick to what's working before. If you don't have an eating plan before, work on getting to a normal eating plan. I have another video posted where I have recommendations on how to get to a normal place of eating, how to eat more regularly, what are example meal plans that worked for me in recovery. And you can look down my videos and find that one if you're needing that kind of support. A last thing is that if you are someone that struggles with overeating, compulsive eating, binge eating, and you're eating maybe outside of what you've scheduled in, it's okay. Remember that it's totally okay. Part of normal eating is overeating, compulsive eating once in a while. But I also recommend putting Postit Notes maybe on your fridge, on your cupboards, places that you might reach for when you're kind of feeling compulsively to eat. And on this Postit note, you can write like a check-in. Am I tired? Am I lonely? Am I bored? Am I anxious? Am I hungry? And so then before you reach for that food, maybe you can check in with yourself, take like 5 minutes, really think like, what is it that I need in this moment? If you are hungry, great, have that snack. Your body's telling you something that you need to eat. If you're realizing, no, I'm not actually hungry, spend that time thinking about what do I need? How can I get that need met? Maybe it's calling a friend, maybe it's going for a walk, maybe it's giving yourself a nice shower, some self-care, and just like taking that time away from the kitchen. That's really worked for me in the past, and yeah, I recommend that. My last point today is that if you are someone that is currently seeking treatment or you were previously in treatment when this self-isolation began to happen, do not worry. There's lots of online options. I know a lot of treatment centers are starting to go completely online with therapy and nutrition and meal support. You're not alone if you have access to these treatments. I really, really, really recommend going for those. It's so helpful to have a full team with you. You can go to your doctor's appointments online, and also you can go in person if the clinics are open for that. And some treatment centers I know are still open inpatient if that's what you need to do. So just do not be too worried, get support to get support, and you're not alone. And just remember that be gentle with yourself. Progress is not linear. It's kind of one of these like curves that goes up like this. If you find yourself lapsing during this time, just really try to have compassion with yourself. Remember those things like, what would you tell your friend who's struggling in this situation? You're not perfect. Recovery is not perfect. Be gentle with yourself and do things that make you feel good, and ask for help. I'm here to help. So write me, email me, comment in the sections. I want this to be a nice supportive community. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe below, and then you can follow up on all the different videos that I'll be posting, worksheets I'm going to be putting out, and links to the support group that I'll have available for free to people that are in recovery. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.